That's my assumption, and I've really never done this on a big scale where I'd know, but my assumption is you need to, you know, keep building on what you have to make more money, because
Absolutely.
as far as, you know, the economy goes, if money amounts are inflating or anything like that, like, you need to be ahead of that. You need to be ahead of the game, and
Yeah, well, it all changes if you'll have more to reinvest, and it changes the
But a lot of people don't, like, a lot of people in my major at least don't see it that way. They're like, oh, well, everyone likes Fiddler on the Roof. Well, no. Why? How much is it going to be? And what can you do in 5 years that's better than that with the money you've earned now?
Right.
Like, you know, people don't think about it that way, whereas, like, they should be.
Well, you will do well in management with that kind of thinking.
Okay, so that you agree that's
oh,
right?
I absolutely agree. And actually, it's a fault of our society. We see the future in shorter time frames, generally speaking.
Yes.
Japanese, Asian societies look further out. Not saying that things are working well for them at all right now. They're not. But yeah, we tend to see things even on another level in quarters.
Right.
Because, you know, everything is based on quarterly returns and in a fiscal year.
Yeah.
It's short-sighted.
It is. And then, like, the thing is, too, people are too... I learned this in economics senior year of high school. He basically... It's a dismal science, economics. And that set me up for the thinking of kind of, like, when you're dealing with business, it's like you kind of need to be less optimistic. You need to be realistic, and like you need to plan for the worst and the best. Like yesterday, like I would have not had a backup, like thinking, I was just like, oh well, things could fall through with the show. I should have 2 or 3 backups to make it worth somebody's while.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And like I know I wouldn't have done that like 2 years ago.
Right.
I'd be like, oh, let's go, it'll be fun, and then like I give in. But like it's just like if you have a backup, you'll hold your own. You know, you don't have to basically rely on anybody.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. But yeah, there's people in the class, like, where basically a lot of the time, since the major is so broad, they go around in the classes to kind of get a reading on the different interests everybody has. So they can curtail the classic to music or whatever it is. So they're like, describe your interests and like versus your experience. You're like, oh, I'm interested in this, but I have no experience.
Right.
There's people in my senior capstone class graduating in May, no experience.
At all.
And I'm sorry, like, and I'm somebody who advocates the major to death. I would.
Yeah.
If you have that major, no experience, though, you're not going to get a job. Right. There's no doubt about it.
Well, you may have 10, 15 years ago, but not now.
I mean, but it's the entertainment industry. It's like no one really cares if you have a degree. You don't even really need a degree. You just Simon Cowell and graduate from high school.
Yeah, right.
You know, it's just like he met the right people. You know, so.
Well, you're going to find out. I think it's great. I think